the 5 and the 6 don't play with it.
You ready? Yeah. Yo, what's up? This is Penny Hardaway, and you're now tuned in to Hoop Chronicles Podcast. Peace.
Today on Hoop Chronicles Podcast, we got a special guest all the way from Louisiana. He'll be telling us his journey, telling us where he wants the game of basketball to take him. If you've been liking, you've been subscribing, we appreciate you. You know you're one of the players. Today's player is
Tyshawn Duncan. I'm from Alexandria, Louisiana, originally from the Bronx, New York. And I just get straight to it, hooping what I let it do. So we just get busy.
Okay, so here on Hoop Chronicles Podcast, our very first question we like to ask is, who put the ball in your hands?
My stepdad had put the ball in my hands when I was 7 years old. It didn't really work out too good, but when I stopped playing, I developed a love for I missed it. So I just want to get back into it.
You want to get back to it. When you first started playing, what skill did you have early on versus everyone else?
Shot blocking and jumping.
Okay. When did you start playing basketball? When do you start playing basketball a little more competitively?
Ninth grade was the first year I actually played competitively.
So before then, you never played no YMCA?
Never nothing. I just shot the ball in my driveway. Sometimes went to the park and shot. Ninth grade, my coach told me come try out. I tried out. I made one good play. I grabbed the rebound, took 3 dribbles all the way down the high school court, went and dunked the ball. He told me we was gonna work on my game from there, and I kept playing.
So you skip all those years, and then you just ninth grade. So talk about the adjustment that you're going through.
Yeah, it's definitely a big adjustment, having to learn how to be disciplined and how to carry myself, because now it's not just a part of me being a student or me being a young black man in America. It's part of me being a student athlete who also has to uphold his grades. I'm trying to go to college. I got a few offers. I'm a full star. So it has to be a different level of intensity that I walk with, and I have to keep my head and keep myself to a higher standard.
Do you play any other sports besides basketball when you first started out? Between those years that you didn't play basketball, are you playing another sport at this time?
No, I wasn't playing any sports actually.
So you're not doing nothing to ninth grade?
Nothing till ninth grade.
Man, that's something. So what about your height though?
I noticed that I was taller than most people around about 8th grade, and that's when the junior high coach wanted me to play, but I was scared. I didn't really want to do it. So I was just playing in PE, like I said, just shooting around, but never nothing competitive until coaches, I really realized this height is a blessing.
Right. So talk about learning the game of basketball at a late, because you're learning late, everybody else can play. Yeah. Talk about the learning curve, how you had to work so hard to catch up to the learning curve.
Man, that's a great way to put it. I had to work really hard in order to develop basketball IQ, a mindset. Like you said, some of these people have been playing since 5, 6 years old, Lily basketball, YMCA basketball, and I ain't never had that for real. So having to learn and try to develop, it definitely stands out on the court that I don't know as much as other players, but I try to use my book smarts in order to catch up, make up for what I don't know in basketball smarts, and it usually helps me get to the level that I need to be at for where I'm at.
Talk about your first high school game where you might have got a dunk.
My first high school game was coming into high school after the tryout. We had a game maybe 2-3 days later, and it was my first in-game dunk too. Ironically, my first game ever. My point guard pump fake, took one dribble left and dunked it down. I caught it, and I was gonna lay it up, but I realized I was above the rim, so I just tried to, and I dunked the ball, and I never looked back from there. Ever since then, I really don't like to lay the ball up. I be trying to dunk everything.
Yeah, that's a good mentality to have. When you're playing in the ninth grade year, are you gaining confidence as the season going, or is it getting a little bit harder?
I would say my ninth grade year was getting a lot harder. I didn't start really understanding my confidence level in my particular skill set, because I realized I'm not going to be a big man like most people have me in high school.
Right.
So I had to develop an inside game, a mid-range, a three-point shot, being able to dribble the ball. I try to base my game off people like Katie and Ace Bailey. So my freshman year, I definitely say I didn't have that confidence. But now, if you watch me play, yeah, I definitely got that confidence.
What's one thing Coach really got on to you about your freshman year?
Oh man, learning how to, and it sounds funny, learning how to run. I didn't know how to run. I tripped over my feet 5 times in the tryout, and I only played 2 games.
Okay. So you really out there like Bambi almost.
Yeah, I was 165 pounds, 6'5", and I couldn't run. I couldn't do nothing. I was just athletic, long, and had great timing on shot blocking. And coach took a chance and I never turned back. Then he developed me into the prospect that I am now.
Talk about, you mentioned earlier that you're a 4-star, right? Mm-hmm. Talk about the process in becoming a 4-star. Talk about when you first found out that them rankings, when you first got them star rankings behind your name.
Man, it was a day. I had, ironically, because I'm a big believer in God, so
Me
ironically
too.
it was a Wednesday. I had went to church and we was praying and they was talking about how sometimes life throws things in there for a season of your life and it's not really meant there. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I'm not really getting nowhere. Like I'm playing EYBL. Didn't feel like I was making it nowhere. So that Wednesday I went to sleep and I prayed. I prayed right before I went to sleep that God showed me a sign that this is something I'm meant to do in my life. I woke up the next day and everybody's like, congratulations, Ty, congratulations, blah, 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 blah. My phone was blowing up, everything. Man, I look at Instagram, TikTok, On3, 24/7. I'm ranked as a 4-star, number 105 in my class, and I never turned back. I never took God's words for granted ever again.
That's powerful, my guy. That's real powerful. Talk about that first offer.
Ooh, that first offer, University of New Orleans. I went to their team camp, and I maybe had 8 points, and all of them were dunks. They were powerful dunks too. I busted my finger wide open, both my ring and middle finger on my right hand, busted them wide open. The UNO coach loved it. I never stopped playing them. Still had 8 points, like 5 blocks, 17 rebounds. I was just running, and I was on one that day. So the UNO coach said he saw something in me. He don't see many players. So he felt like I was the best in my class in Louisiana. He offered me a spot on the roster. He ended up getting traded to Indiana Sycamores, and now he's still recruiting me over there. Man, that was once again a blessing that never let me turn back.
Did you cry?
Man, I ain't cried, but I was in there like shocked because coach was telling me. I guess coach knew. Me and coach was driving up there, and coach was like, "Hey, all I'm saying is, don't embarrass me when you get this news." And I'm sitting there, "What news are you talking about, man?" Like, I'm confused.
Right.
Man, he started laughing. He looking at me. I'm sitting there like, I don't know what to say. I'm trying to keep my emotion in check. It was a blessing though.
How do you describe your game to college coaches?
I'm an athletic forward who could put it on the ground. Going right is my best aspect. Going left, still need a little bit of work. It ain't weak, but it ain't the strongest. My jump shot is pure. When I'm in that right mindset, there's nothing that can stop me from going to the goal and trying to tear the rim off. So I'm just a dominant forward who could stretch the floor.
You got some offers. They all over the United States. What side of the United States interests you the most?
Either Northeast or down south.
Okay. If you could live anywhere in the United States, where would you live?
Anywhere. Hawaii.
Hawaii.
It's just beautiful.
Favorite place to travel to in the United States?
New York. I love going back home.
Okay. Favorite fruit snacks?
Favorite fruit snacks? The purple Welchers.
Okay. Nike or Reebok?
Nike or Reebok? Nike.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Adidas, New Balance.
New Balance.
Okay. Let's go food real quick. Let's go Raising Cane, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh, Raising Cane? I like that answer too. Domino's, Pizza Hut.
Domino's.
Hunt's Brothers or Little Caesars?
Hunt's Brothers. I can't eat that cardboard.
With Popeyes or Churches?
Ooh, I can't answer that question. I really can't answer that question.
You can't?
Nah. See, because look, Popeyes is like all around probably the best chicken, and everything else is all right.
Yeah.
Fries is all right, the biscuits are, but Churches has all right chicken, but everything else is so good, so it like evens out. It's hard to decide on those two.
Okay.
Like them honey butter biscuits from Churches.
Can't. 5.
5.
Your favorite type of hooping shoes to hoop in?
My favorite type of hooping shoes, I have to either say Kobe 4s or KD 4s.
Okay. The hardest person that you had to guard?
Either Ace Bailey or the big kid from Duke, the big black guy. Man, he was That guy was lengthy.
Your favorite in-game dunk. What's your favorite in-game dunk?
My favorite in-game dunk? Probably 360 windmill.
Okay. If you could play anybody one-on-one, who would it be
If I could play anybody one-on-one, who would it be?
in the NBA?
Oh, in the NBA?
Yeah, in the NBA.
Shea.
Okay.
I want to watch his game in person so I can take a little bit of it.
Okay. I like that answer. Give me your top 5 Louisiana high school players that you've seen with your own eyes before you.
Before me?
Yeah.
Let's see. First, I'd have to go with Eric Speed Jr.
Okay.
He went to Ash. He was a dog. Louisiana before me. There was a kid, I think his name was Braylon. He went to Ruston High School.
Okay.
He was about 6'7", number 1. He was a guard. He was a big guard. He was nice. I'm trying to think. Jalen Johnson. He was before me. He was nice. Peabody Magna High School. No, I'm lying. That's Newman High School. Chris Lockett. And there's another kid from Peabody. He went to Boise State too. I forget his name. He was a dog though.
Okay.
And then Coach Randy Livingston.
Okay.
Newman High School.
Okay. That's a good group of guys. Give me your 5 guys in the league that you enjoy watching.
5 guys in the league I enjoy watching. Giannis, SGA, Anthony Edwards, Luka Doncic, and this one's controversial. This one is very controversial. But Bradley Beal, he's underrated in my opinion.
Okay. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion in the game. You know, everybody see the game different.
Different way.
What's your favorite pregame meal?
Pre-game meal, probably a Subway sandwich. Something with no grease so I can have all the energy I need in order to run the floor.
What's your pregame music song? What's your pregame music?
It depends on the day. It depends on the team. If I know that I just have to be a leader and lead my team to victory, then I'll listen to something calm like SZA, Drake, just something to calm my mind down so I can be locked in. But if I know that I got to go out there and dominate and there's a matchup for me that I need to prove to myself that he's not better than me and I need to show everybody, then it's hot music. I gotta turn up.
Is speed chase music, that what you trying to say?
Yeah.
What do you think the biggest difference between is a 4-star and the guys that have no stars?
Some people think that, 4 stars and people with these rankings are very entitled. And I would say sometimes people will become entitled when they have those rankings. People who are unranked and really, really want to be ranked, they're going to work for what they need and they're going to do it by any means necessary. But there's some ranked athletes who really not letting up. They're not letting up on their spot. Like I've seen some people who will do anything in order to keep that ranking. It's like myself. I wouldn't say I do everything right, but I say I would never jeopardize the position God has put me in.
So pretty much what you're saying, you're not finna let nobody out-battle you.
Nah, no way. I'm gonna play hard every game.
This gonna be our last one right here. What do you do with your first NIL check?
What do I do with it?
Yeah.
I give 10% to God. I give 25% to my mama. I save 50%, and then the rest is what I use.
What would you use it on?
What would I use it on? I usually try to mainly use it on nutrition, like before practices, before weightlifting sessions. I try to go to Smoothie King. We got one of those in Alexandria. Get some protein, because I've always been a skinnier guy, so I'll be trying to
bulk up?
Yeah. So really just protein, food for myself. And then if I do have that little time in between workouts and school and everything that I need to get done, then I'll try and take my girlfriend out. Just be.
What big purchase would you make with your NIL money?
I don't think I would make a big purchase. My mom always told me if I can't buy something 3 times back to back to back on the same day without buying it all on one ticket, because that tax be hitting once you buy a big purchase. If I can't buy it 3 times back to back on 3 different tickets, then I don't need to buy it.
So name a car.
Nope. I wouldn't buy it until I could buy it 3 times back to back.
Man, hey, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this interview. I enjoyed you, bro. I just met you downstairs. I appreciate you, my guy. Great interview. You one of the players, brother. I ain't gonna lie. I enjoyed our conversation. Keep grinding. I'm hoping the best for you, bro.
Appreciate that.
And, man, rock out, man. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wishing you nothing but the best. Like, once again, you guys, we appreciate you guys liking, subscribing to the podcast. If you've been liking, subscribing, you know you one of the players as well. So we appreciate you guys here, watching, liking us, and man, keep supporting. Appreciate it. Yep. My God, dope interview, bro. I'm glad I got a chance to meet you, bro. I'm glad we got a chance to do an interview, bro. Hey, you probably might have one of the best ones yet, bro.